Hello! Today for my technology presentation, we will be going into first grade and looking at the butterfly unit for first grade science. The standards that we will be covering today will be the technology standards, Common Core state standards, and the WIDA standards. We will also be looking at language domains, and we'll be using all four of those during these lessons and homework and assignments. The first technology standard is that students will demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, and develop innovative products and processes using technology. The next technology standard is communication and collaboration. The students will use digital media to communicate and work collaboratively, including at a distance, to support individual learning and contribute to the learning of others. The Common Core state standards that will be addressed during these lessons will be that students will be able to make observations to construct an evidence-based account that young plants and animals are like but not exactly like their parents, meaning that some transform or go through different life cycle processes or metamorphoses. We will be covering all four language domains. They'll be listening, reading, writing, and speaking during our lessons, homework, and assessment. For example, they will be listening to their partners read. They'll be defining an insect and all of its parts. They'll be comparing different insects, and they'll be writing, drawing, and labeling insects to truly understand everything that's applied to butterflies, insects, and all of that. The WIDA standard will be that English language learners will communicate information, ideas, and concepts necessary for academic success in the content area of science. Our first lesson will involve a lot of reading and listening. They will be able to read this story, What is an Insect, to a partner, and they'll be able to label the insects and their different body parts. They'll also be able to label the other insects that aren't already labeled in this story. They'll be able to practice good fluency with the words, and if they have time, they'll be able to color the story afterwards and discuss with their partner. The next lesson will be when I read aloud the Monarch Butterfly book. In this book, they'll be talking about monarch butterflies, reviewing their body parts with the thorax, abdomen, and their head. And then we will also be talking about the life cycle of a butterfly. That'll include going through the process of being an egg, larva, chrysalis, and butterfly. And then later they'll have a chance to create the diagram of the life cycle of a butterfly. This will help the needs of the EL learners by applying different reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills with their partners. For homework, I'm going to have them go to the Tuxedo website, and this is perfect for creating different diagrams or word clouds to describe different things they're learning in the curriculum. They'll be able to go to Tuxedo at home, and they'll be able to create a new tuxedo picture. I love tuxedo because you can use different pictures while bringing in words from that topic. For example, I'm expecting the different homework assignments to look similar to this. If the homework assignments can look similar to this butterfly, I know that they'll be able to understand what they've learned about insects and apply different words to the word cloud. After they complete their homework assignment, the next day we'll have an assessment on Nearpod.com. I like Nearpod.com because you can use the different features and adjust your instruction and assessment based on the needs of your learners. We have the insects review. We have studied insects and their features. What do you remember? And it gives them a chance to review. And how they have antenna, 6 legs, head, thorax, and abdomen. And now is the chance where they can use their creativity to draw and label an insect with its 5 main features we just reviewed and discussed. And I really like this because then they can use their own creativity to create any kind of insect as long as it has those 5 main features. And then we have that in review. After the assessment, they'll be able to discuss more about different insects, and an extra website that I found, which can be used for all different subjects, is Telegami, and this is also an app that you can download on your iPads. And for Telegami, they're able to create a character and then design what they want them to look like, similar to the different avatars we discussed in class, and now they have a chance to speak, and then the character will speak back to them in that same voice. I like this because then students, especially coming from a second language, can hear how they sound when they're speaking English, and if they want, they can write out what they want to say, read it, speak it, and then listen. So that includes all 4 domains, and it's perfect for EL learners. One thing that this application is not so great at is that it does cost $4 to download the app, but if you can get a grant from your school or if you can somehow work with the technology department, this is a perfect way for all learners to listen to themselves speak about a book or about a reflection or anything they can use in the classroom. After the website, they'll be able to review with the real butterflies, watch their life cycle happen, and notice all the things that they learned about, including all their body parts on the actual insects themselves. So thank you again for listening, and that is our science unit for first grade, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.